I'd say two things, but number one, because this was one of our biggest pillars for gameplay this year, it's going to be defense. And I think that's going to be just perimeter defense, body ups on the floor, movement, and how the players feel just in on-ball defensive stances and on-ball defensive situations. But at the rim, especially, and contesting shots, all that stuff was reworked.
A subway system in Manhattan, part of the experience here in New York. It's that time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports as we get set to... Here are the starters for Brooklyn. We've got Durant. Irving is out there with Harden. Then it's Junior. And it's Cantor in at the 5 down low. And for New York, Barrett and Randall are in the forward positions. Then there's Scott. Then it's Robinson. And a lot of games left on the schedule, Brent. When do players, you think, start taking notice of the standings and where they fit?
I think after the All-Star break, to be quite honest with you, Kevin, if you're a team that knows you're floating around the playoff position, you start to gear up 2 weeks after the All-Star break to get yourself in the position that you want to compete in the postseason.
Here's Junior to the middle. Here's Cantor. Excellent D that time from Robinson. And the Knicks with possession. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Tom Thibodeau had a few minutes to share. He talked about the matchup problems Kevin Durant poses for them. He pointed out that it's always tricky because you can't be as physical with him as you'd like to, since Durant's automatic at the free throw line. So while he wants his guys to be aggressive on KD, they'll also need to be smart above all else. Kevin, back to you.
All right, thank you, David. Now Barrett. He gets it in there.
I think RJ found that floater right as he got into the area. One more step, he's able to spot the rim. Soft touch. You wonder if RJ Barrett could be the best player to come out of Canada. Now that's some high praise because I had many years battling against one Steve Nash, but RJ Barrett has a high ceiling.
Pass to Barrett. New York moving it around. Randall passes to Barrett. Trying to get open is Randall.
And the coaching staff enjoying that as Randall is becoming a bit more of a facilitator.
Irving against Scott. Inside, here's KD. Banked in off the glass. And Barrett's father playing for the Canadian national team as well as playing overseas. And Brent, as you know, his mother, a nationally ranked sprinter.
Yeah, an unbelievable family DNA and lineage around a multitude of sports, and it really helps to be a generalist rather than a specialist. Couldn't ask for a better pedigree for one RJ Barrett.
Irving passes to Cantor. It's Durant on the wing. He's defended by Randall. Durant with a wide open look. Again, the Nets for two.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Outside Robinson and the pass to Barrett. There's the triple. The rebound by KD. And it's Durant with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Nets. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
Well, it was probably a good feeling in that last game that the mid-range worked, the long-range worked, the inside game worked, but the best feeling was the crowd leaving that building, not a good move.
And so New York calls timeout. They're first.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage.
Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Down low, Junior, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Junior's got the lead up to 8 now for the Nets.
Well, KD, an awesome job there, just sharing the rock with his teammates.
So for Brooklyn now, we've got Harden. Durant is out there with Enes Kanter. Then there's Brown, and it's Junior in at the 3 slot. That one falls. He's got 10.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Harden bounce pass. Robinson against Kanter. Durant in the corner. That one goes in for him too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
Such a great threat in the post, especially on smaller defenders. He can just see the rim from anywhere.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. Junior, in his last outing against the Wizards, was terrific. He finished with 14 points, and his percentage was impressive, making a number of his free throws and field goal attempts. Great performances like the one he just had have helped propel that team to some big early season wins. We'll see what he does to follow it up tonight, Kevin.
David, we appreciate the update. Greg, he was sensational the other night, making play after play after play.
And that's what you want. Not only was the effort there, but how about the production as well?
He can do a lot of different things, so he falls into these different roles. Which will it be tonight?
Okogie misses.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Over in the corner, Brown. A floater. Kanter inside, guarded by Robinson. Just 4 to shoot. KD, that's for 2. And that one hits back iron.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
With the floater, got a hand on it.
That's good footwork from the big man as Kanter aware defensively to get to that one.
From deep, Harden sinks the triple. Harden's got 5 points in the quarter.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
New York calls timeout. Greg, you're the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters, but ultimately your teammates got to feel like you play for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
Cody Zeller's checked in for the Knicks. Here's Barrett. 37 points in the win against Detroit.
And made a big mark at the free throw line as well. He got himself to the strike a lot and cashed in when he had his chances.
Here's Junior. It's rebounded by New York.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he laid it straight up and in.
And a physical presence is former Kentucky Wildcat.
The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Nets out in front. They finish.
Kevin, thanks.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. A fantastic game from Harden in this one.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
It's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Then it's R.J. Barrett. Then there's Scott. So that's who Tom Thibodeau starts the second half with. To the inside and finished off by Robinson.
That's exactly what you expect. Mitchell Robinson within 3 feet. That's 2 points.
Passes it to Cantor. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Mitchell Robinson. The Nets have been at their finest 4 at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes. And Cantor drops them both.
Now, Cantor is so hungry and has the desire to be an impact player on the glass every night. A very good low post scorer who can rebound at a high level.
Barrett kicks to Robinson. Back to Barrett. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And Bones, when you look at R.J. Barrett, what's the next step in his game?
So if the next stage offensively, GA, is that he's got better shot selection overall and a bit more consistency from the three-point line, then it's about setting a tone and taking on the defensive challenge every night. That's what a good leader can do, and this team is looking for one.
You can just see the passion and love with which he plays the game. You see how he prepares, the work ethic, the way he interacts with his teammates, and when he hits the floor, it's all about the game.
Robinson passes to Barrett. Misses the 3.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Count it. And the Nets lead by 17.
How about that? Coming out to start the half, a perfect 3 of 3.
Lobbed up there for Robinson. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Yeah, throw it anywhere you want. Mitchell Robinson knows what to do.
Cantor, high post. Randall with some nice D.
And after burying 3 straight shot opportunities, finally a miss there. Still feeling the momentum, though.
And yes, it's good.
Well, that's awareness there from Randall. He keeps an eye out for his open teammate.
Nets leading by 13. Irving passes to Cantor. Durant in the corner over Randall, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. KD's got 6 points in the quarter.
Making the easy shots and the tough shots. He's on top of his game.
New York calls timeout. A lot of great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. Do you think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question. And believe
It's stolen. Outside Irving, Jr. A second chance effort. And oh, that was close. He draws the foul. He'll shoot 2. It's going to be on Obi Toppin.
and you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
The Knicks making a switch here. Scott's checked in.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Here's Okogie. No points in the game yet for him. Drills the three-pointer.
Maybe he's thinking at this point, man, somebody's got to help me. I can't do this all by myself.
Pass to Perry. 43 seconds left to play here in the third. Five to shoot. Harris outside. Knocks down the three ball. Harris has got 7 points in the game.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Up top, Barrett, guarded by Harris. Barrett, no good. Lets it fly from 18. That's good from Harris on the assist by Irving. Irving's got 4 assists now tonight. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. And we'll be right back after this. And now we take a listen into the recent huddle from Tom Thibodeau.
You guys got to read the ball better. Stay in your stance. Read the ball.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Knicks trail by 16, and Brooklyn looking who they've got. They've got Junior. Landry Shamet is out there with Harden, and it's Durant, and it's Perry in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Shot by Zeller, no good. The Nets shooting nearly 70% from the floor. They are putting on a clinic offensively. Yep, that one goes.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
All night long, in control of the pace, and you don't want to let go of that rope right now.
And Zeller kicks to Barrett. Down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them.
And you think about all the ways that R.J. Barrett is getting that scoring done. Versatile.
Now here's Junior. D right on him, and the layup's good off the glass.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Here's Barrett. And Zeller kicks to Covington. And the dunk by Zeller.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Kicks it to Cantor. Lobbed up there for Durant. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Well, we've all seen it. The mobility, the wingspan of Durant. Seriously, how are you going to stop him on an alley-oop?
We're just over a minute and a half now into the 4th. Back to Scott. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Textbook bounce pass there, perfectly timed.
Nets leading by 16. And here is Irving. Pulls up on the wing. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Barrett inside the 3-point line. Brooklyn with the rebound. Cantor's got 5 rebounds tonight.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
Junior with it. Robinson picks him up. Irving against Scott. Just 5 on the clock. Cantor inside. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Scott, good.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Cantor dishes to Junior. And he makes the first. Game continues to evolve, Greg. Any changes in particular that you do not like?
That's a great question. You know, I'd like to see the replay review streamlined a little bit better. I wouldn't mind a touch more physicality being allowed in the game, but as much as we tend to complain, the one thing I have learned is if you're honest, you go back, we always complain. I don't care what the era is. Nobody's ever truly happy. And I'm not going to spend all my time worrying about that stuff, partner. I'm just going to enjoy the game that we are all so fortunate enough to be able to watch.
Totally agree. And now let's take a look at the New Balance Player of the Game, Kevin Durant.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
He silenced this crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special. Quickly, and Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got his 6th rebound on the night. Pass to Durant. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And there's the pass to Harden. Bobbed up there for Durant. And then Durant with the dunk.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Nets.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far, they've won 2 straight.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for KD.
He was tough to cover all game long. One of those nights when he felt like nobody could stop him, and they didn't.
And that one falls for Barrett.
Well, RJ, another one of those players who grew up around basketball, as his dad, Rowan, played overseas for the early part of RJ's life, and that introduced him to the game.
The Nets making a switch here. Jones checked in for Enes Kanter. Rogers comes in for Kevin Durant. Ben McLemore, he's checked in for James Harden. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Irving. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on RJ Barrett. Free throw good, Junior. Robert Covington's checked in for RJ Barrett. And both free throws good for Junior. 30 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Passes it to Covington. Pass to Knox. Back to Covington. 3-pointer. A rebound by the Nets. Shamet with it. With some art. No good.
Not letting his guy get into a comfort zone. Kevin Knox pretty locked in defensively here.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.